it's finally here, the tutorial of how I make this really nice, lovely pattern blanket. I'm going to call it diagonal stitch, diagonal blankets. That's what I'm going to call it because it's going like diagonal, sort of. So, for the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to be making it in a baby blanket size. Like, save, comment. Let me know what you think in the comments if you're going to be trying it out. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I've casted on and pulled through. For the purpose of this tutorial, I have 23 chains. The pattern goes in multiples of 7. At least the one that I made goes in multiple of 7. You can increase it, but whatever number you choose, it's going to be the same. If you choose 7, it has to be 7, 7, 7, depending on the length you want it to be. If you want 8, it has to be 8, 8, 8, 8. The one that I made, the pink or the eggplant color that I made it in multiples of 7. This one is also going to be in multiples of 7, but it's going to be shorter because it's like a baby blanket and it's a tutorial. I don't want it to be too long. So it's going to go in 7s. And 7 times 3 is 21. But then because I like my ends neat, I had 23. So now the pattern starts. It's regular stitch and purl. There is no magic to it. Knitting, regular knitting, which is front to back, and then purl stitch, which is back to front. So I'm going to do that for the first 7. The first 7, I'm going to purl. I'm going to purl, which is from front to back, front to back. Okay, front to back. 4, 5, 6, 7. So without counting this one, because it's always going to be knit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to knit the second batch of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then for the last part, I'm going to purl 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I knit my end. So there you have it. 7 purl, 7 knit, 7 purl. Okay, that's for the first row. And now the second one, for the second row, which is working from right to left. One thing I will mention is you start decreasing from right, it increases from left. This is what I mean. Now we have 7 here. I'm going to purl 6. Instead of 7, I'm going to purl 6. We have 6. Now we're going to knit 7. 7. Okay. And purl 7 because that's what we started with here. 7. Now if you remember, we have 1 left. Before the last one, we have 1 left. That's because we made 6 on this side. So this is the 7th one, which means we're going to be knitting this and then knit the end. We knitted, so we knit 1, knit 2, and then we purl 7 again. 1, 7. Okay, purl 7, we knit 7. 1, 2, 7, and whatever is remaining, we're purling it, which is front to back. 1, 4, 5. See, it decreased. Earlier we did 6 while we're going from right to left. Now we came back, we have 5. So beginning to make sense now. If it wasn't making sense earlier, I want to assume it's beginning to make sense now. Now we're going to pull four, knit seven, and we're going to pull seven again, seven. Remember, we knitted two here. Now it's going to be three. One, two, three, and then the end. So I have this pattern uploaded on my Etsy shop. That would really be perfect for you to see how you're increasing and decreasing. If the tutorial doesn't really do justice to it, the pattern is really, well, it's just a pattern, but it's a graph. You see how you increase it. As you're increasing it, is going diagonal this way. Okay, so we did 1 2 3 4. We're going to pull seven. So this is what you're going to keep doing till you get your desired length. Knit, pull, and remember, you any number you start with, like if you're going to do this in blocks of 8, it has to be 8 8 8. If you're doing it 7, you do 7 7 7. You can also do 9, you can also do 10, depending on how big you want the diagonal thing to be there. So we have finished the blanket. It's the size of a baby blanket, and this is what it's looking like so far. You can see the diagonals, how it went. Now we're going to finish off the blanket, or cast off the blanket. To do that, I'm going to knit all the loops, all the stitches. I'm going to knit them, every one of them. So no pulling when you're casting off, which is like what you did on the first. After you casted on, you knitted, or you pulled through, to which is knitting. You pull through and then the pattern started. So to finish, you knit all the rows and then cast off. So to cast off, I have the end one. I knitted all the stitches. So we're going to cast off, pull it up, pull, and cross over, or loop over. So pull, loop, pull,